Hey everyone. I hadn't actually intended to do a video today, but something happened this morning that really hit me kind of hard, and I just really felt very compelled to share it with everyone. So I have a 20-month-old daughter, for those of you who may not know, and for the last couple of weeks, she has been waking up unusually early. She's been waking up about 5:45 or 6 in the morning, when prior to that she had been waking up at about 7. And so we've all been a little more tired than usual, and because we're all a little more tired, we're also a little more cranky than usual. And on top of that, my husband has been traveling for the last couple of days for work. So he has been out of town, and we have no family in town. So when he's gone, that means I am entirely on my own with her. And so she woke up this morning at 5:40, and so I got up, and we got up and got going with our day. But since my husband's not around, I didn't have the time to shower and clean up or really do anything this morning. I threw my hair up in a ponytail, pulled a clean t-shirt on, and had to kind of call that good, because on top of that, was being pretty cranky this morning. There was a lot of whining and a lot of fussing and a lot of clinging, and I don't know why. I don't know why she's waking up early. I don't know why she was so cranky this morning. I don't know if she's teething, or if it's a sleep regression, or if the moon is just waxing or waning in the wrong direction. I have no idea. But she's a toddler. She was just being a toddler, and unfortunately, it rained here all morning. It was raining, and so we were really kind of stuck inside. We couldn't go outside and play, which she loves to do. And I didn't really want to get out and run errands in the rain. So we were stuck in the house. And I have to tell you, I got frustrated. I got frustrated and I got annoyed. And as much as I hate to admit it, I got short with her a couple of times, because I didn't know why she was not happy. And I didn't know why I couldn't seem to do anything to make her happy. And it was frustrating. And it was frustrating that I wasn't able to get myself cleaned up, and why are you waking up so early in the morning? It was a tough morning. And about 45 minutes before lunchtime, I set her up at her little table to do some coloring, and I turned the TV on, because I just needed something else in my ear other than her fussing and crying at me. So I turned the TV on, and the Today Show happened to still be on. The Today Show is on for most of the morning where I'm at. And very shortly after I turned the TV on, the Today Show did a story about this woman who had a 5-year-old daughter and a daughter who was just shy of 2. So her youngest daughter was right around the same age as my own daughter. And the woman, when her youngest was a baby, had been diagnosed with breast cancer. And after a double mastectomy and treatment, which I believe involved chemo and radiation, at some point after that, she went in for some scans, and it was discovered that the cancer had spread. And I didn't really catch everything in this part of the story, because my daughter was being a bit loud, but I got the impression that her prognosis had not been good. I don't know exactly what it was, but that was the impression that I got, that there was not a good prognosis. And when the story ended, I just broke down. I broke down and I started crying, because I thought, here's this woman who is literally fighting for her life, and she is facing the fact that she very well may not be around to see her daughters grow up. And not only that, but her daughters may not have their mother around as they grow up. And all I could think is, I've spent half of the morning being annoyed at my daughter because she has been so needy and she's been so clingy. And what in the world is wrong with me? I mean, sure, you can tell me, oh, you're just human and it happens to all of us. And that may be true, but the fact is, it made me realize that I have something right now, and that's my health. I have something that not everybody in this world has. And I am taking it for granted. You know, part of the reason I joined Arbonne, one of the reasons that I started an Arbonne business was because I was so impressed with the ethics and the standards of the company. I loved how strict the standards were, how strict the standards were when it came to formulating products, the things that not only went into their products, but all of the things that did not go into their products. I was so impressed by that. And that's really truly part of the reason I started my business, was because I loved the fact that I really felt like I could believe in the safety of the products and feel confident in using them. But I have a couple of confessions to make. Number one, we are not eating as healthy as we should be. We're not eating as healthy as we used to. A number of years ago, my husband and I kind of really dramatically changed the way we were eating, and we tossed out about 90 to 95% of the processed packaged food in our kitchen. And we were eating very clean, mostly organic. We were preparing almost all of our food for ourselves. We were doing all of the preparation ourselves. We weren't eating anything out of the box or out of a package. But once my daughter came along, we have really fallen off of that. And for those of you who are parents, I'm sure you understand, when you have a baby and a toddler, you don't have a lot of free time. And not only do you not have a lot of free time, but babies and toddlers don't have a lot of patience. When a toddler gets hungry, they want to be fed, and they want to be fed right now. They don't want to wait for you to prepare a nice, healthy, organic meal because it's so much better for them. No, they want to be fed, and they want it right now. And so we have started buying more convenient food. We've started buying faster, more packaged food. And that's not to say that we've thrown all of the healthy food out of our kitchen, but the truth is there's more packaged food in our kitchen right now than I really like to admit. And my other confession is that I have not yet switched all of my products over to Arbonne products. I have switched a number of things over, but certainly not everything. And I could give you a lot of reasons for why that is. That would seem probably perfectly logical and perfectly reasonable to most of you. But the truth is, my main reason for not doing that is money. You know, I've told myself, well, I can't afford to switch everything all at one time. And the other thing is I'm thrifty. I've always been thrifty, and I have a hard time throwing out things that are not finished. And I couldn't imagine going into my bathroom, into my cabinets, and throwing away a whole bunch of only partially used bottles, because I thought, well, that's such a waste of money. So, you know, I'll just wait until I finish the bottle and I need some more, and then I'll replace it with Arbonne products. But I realized this morning after watching that story what a disservice I am doing to myself. And the fact is, my health and my future is never going to be a waste of money. Doing everything that I possibly can every single day to give me the best chance of keeping my health for as long as humanly possible, so that I can be around for my daughter for years to come. And so my daughter can spend her years, her youthful years as a child growing up, she can spend those years with her mother around. That is never going to be a waste of money. And so I've recommitted this morning. I am recommitting to a healthy way of eating. I'm recommitting to eating healthier, and I'm recommitting to healthy products that I'm putting on my body. It's a proven fact that the things that we put on our skin are in fact absorbed into our bloodstream, and they do in fact change the chemical makeup of your body. And so if you're not putting things that are safe and non-toxic on your body, you are really not doing yourself any favors. And so for me, I'm done. I have a 20-month little girl who is upstairs taking a nap right now. She is in her crib, in her perfect little nursery, without a care in the world. She doesn't know anything about how hard the world is. She doesn't have any hardships yet, other than the fact that she has to take turns playing with a certain toy when she's with her friends. And I want to keep her in that little bubble as long as possible. And the only way for me to do that is for me to be around. It's for me to be here. And so I urge you to stop making excuses. Stop taking your health for granted. Stop buying and doing things simply because they are cheap and convenient. And start taking your health seriously, because your life, literally, your life depends on it.